So this is Mario. Hello, Mario. First thing, um, take a look at color feedback, and immediately I see some. Why it's not showing up on there? Viewport 2.0. Okay, I don't know. It worked before. Um, yeah, some pretty red areas here, cause for concern. The other thing I'm noticing is that the space isn't filled up well, which is not terrible, but it's just not efficient. You really want to kind of fill up all the space with the objects ideally. So the thing is, let's look for. I'm going to turn this off. I don't know if you guys notice this, but for me, when I use color feedback, everything seems to slow down. So let me just run layout again. I'm just going to select everything and well, I mean unfold again. Let's unfold it again and see if I get anything. Oh, crazy! That's worse. Acting very strangely. Hmm. Oh, well then when I lay it out, that's a little bit better. Oh, and some stuff is really cut up too. Hmm. Not so great. Um, all these little pieces are not good. Um, I mean, the job of moving and sewing it all together is more than I personally would want to do. I would start over. It's just a lot of work. And then you've got like a little, this is, look out for these very red areas. Um, oh yeah, it's so slow with. This is a tangled mess. What is this? Um, let's turn off the color feedback because it really slows down my computer. The shoe. The shoe needs to be cut a lot more. Okay. Yeah, maybe go ahead and delete history. I gotta say, I would probably start over. Yeah. Well, that's kind of a nice way to pick the shells. See what you've got so far. Yeah, the whole shoe, definitely that needs to be cut out. Um, Probably that needs at least a slice on one side, this thing. Let's go to side by side and put the UV texture editor here. Okay. I mean, oh, maybe you do have a cut in there. It looks like you do. Okay, good. Yeah, okay, something is not happy about this shirt. That it's not unfolding more, and I don't know why. Um, so really, I just put another cut. It could be having to do with the sleeves, maybe. I don't know. Or just cut it somewhere again. I think it was just the front of the shirt, right? Yeah, you can see it right there. Maybe I'll cut out that bottom half. And then, let's unfold those. Just need to lay it out again. Yeah, I mean, this is a big mess, and I don't know why that happened or when. Hopefully, it wasn't something I did. Yeah, again, that probably needs another cut, but let's turn on color feedback for a second. Oh, it's very red still. So yeah, maybe some more cuts on the shirt. Not more sure why that's so unhappy. Definitely more cuts on the feet. And again, you can, with this arm situation, you can move and sew these face by face, but um, I don't know if there's a way to do them all at the same time. Yeah, I mean, figuring out how to sew these all together is, geez, and some of them are on the head. Yeah, I'm saying I honestly think it would take less time to just take the whole thing, start over, do the um, you know planar map, and then delete history. And then just do your cuts all over again. That's honestly what I would do, because that looks like too much work to get those face by face to fix that issue. So yeah, I would actually start over again on this, but hopefully it'll be way faster the second time around. And honestly, it probably will be. Um, so we got James here. Um, um, so let's take a look right off the bat. From this, looks pretty good. Um, right mouse click, two panes side by side. I'll put the UV editor in here. Let's turn off under image, display image. It's a little hard to see. Yeah, all these are looking good to me. Let's turn on color feedback. Yeah, that looks like a mess, but that's not a problem because they're all on top of each other. They'll be separate textures. Okay, some red here, but I'm not sure if the red is from probably making the face bigger. And I mean, you can see from the checker, things seem to be laid out pretty well. And yeah, I mean, I can look at this checker too. Let's get that turned off. Can't I? I guess it doesn't matter. That's fine. Yeah, I really don't know that I'd have anything to change on here. I mean, I suppose maybe not loving the placement of that seam on a fairly obvious part, but it's not a big deal. It's fine. Yeah, and what is this shell here? It's a rather small. That's something inside of him, which you probably wouldn't see anyways. But it's fine. Leave it. You won't see it. It's no big deal either way. Yeah, good. Good. I think I really don't have much to say for improvement. So this is Yuri. He says he has some little pieces that doesn't know what the parts they are, and is concerned about the amount of red. And to some extent, this is a little bit a lesson of it makes it a little harder when you smooth before doing your UVs, because there's just a lot more faces and edges to deal with. So yeah, this face does look too red to me, and what is this shell? Oh, that is the face. So then what's this? Oh, that's the chest. I don't know why it came out like a big circle like that. It's interesting. That right off the bat, actually I'm surprised that unfolded as well as it did, to be honest with you, because it's an awfully big shell, but if it's that white, I guess that's alright. So yeah, the big thing is the face, and I imagine you're gonna not get to keep that all as one continuous piece. I mean, we could try to scale it up and see what happens. Yeah, you might be getting away with that. Which, like I said, I would do anyways. I would scale it up big like that and then lay out everything again. So I think that'll solve that. Anything else looking really red? No, so I think that you could just scale the phase way up and then we'll take a look at the checkers on that. Actually, let's do that now. Turn off color feedback, turn on checkers. Okay. Yeah, nothing looks too crazy like pinched or squeezed on the checkers on the face when you do that. Yeah, I think you get away with that. Let's see the eyebrows. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. These guys, oh, let's see. So yeah, the way to find them is just, select these UVs. Maybe. And then hit F. Interesting. That little region of the leg had a problem for some reason. Somehow those all got split off from everything else, and it's hard to know why. Maybe just the way you selected the faces, the edges to split them. I don't know, but let's make sure we get all of these. Oh, and then, yeah, I guess delete from this one side. Wondering, I just want to do a little experiment here. Always a bad idea when I'm recording. To see what happens if we move and sew these, which I think is this one right here. Oh, we have to convert it to edges, so Control Shift. Oh, sorry, just Control two edges. And I'll convert that selection to edges. Do you see that? And let's see what happens if we hit move and sew with all of those guys. I'm also wondering if there's anything to do with the model itself here. If there's some, looks like there's a little bit of funniness with those edges. Maybe it's alright. So they're on there now, so let's go ahead and select everything and unfold again. This is going to take a while. Okay. Came up with a very similar result. And see, is there less of these little things around? And no, they're still split out in little separate pieces. Sorry. Hitting the wrong button here. Great. I'm wondering if it's something about the model, maybe, in that area. I don't know why those guys are doing that. Yeah, it's like these same little sort of crease areas in the different parts of the body all have that same issue where they're really close together. And I'm just wondering, just for fun, let's convert this to UV. That's control right mouse click and let's convert to UV selection to UVs. Oh, I'm sorry, not to UVs, to vertices is what I meant. And just let me kind of pull these out and see if I notice anything odd about the surface itself. I'm just looking at the ones on the chest now. It does look like there's some overlapping edges in here or something. Yeah, see, something looks not so right with the surface itself, and I think that's why you're getting some of that. So I think what my course of action would probably be, I mean, you've got these super tight creases here. And I might just take out some of these edge loops, control, and turn symmetry on and all that, but control delete. See how much you can take out, because it's really hard to surgically kind of get in there and remove some of this stuff with all that density. I don't want you to lose too much of the detail of your model, but I'm just wondering, I'm just doing control delete. I think you're going to need, if you want to be able to have that part be clean, I think you're going to have to delete out some edge loops anywhere you're finding that stuff. And I don't think you need as many edge loops as you have, too. I think it's a little bit too dense in those areas anyway. So I don't think it'll be a big loss. But yeah, I think you're going to have to go in and, find where these problem areas are. Oops. Like here. And then go in and see how super dense and tight that is. Like, oh, it's not letting me. Oh, I just punched a hole in it, I think, or something. Did I? Oh, I've got to check out that. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's going to do some weird stuff, then you're going to have to lay it out again, unfold again. But I think that it's an issue with the model itself. It looked like there was some overlapping faces or something. And then I think that's why all these things got separated into little points. So I think it would be worth you deleting some edges, and make sure you use control delete when you do that, which is the same as delete edge vertex. This one, control delete. And then I think if you go through and get rid of stuff you don't need, make sure you do it symmetrically, and then unfold again, that I think it'll get rid of those. And then scale up the face. So this is Mark's. So the first thing I noticed right away is you have a lot of overlapping faces, and that cannot work because what you would paint on one part of the body would show up on another part of the body. So let's quickly take a look at color feedback, and I can see that I think what happened is you scaled up the face and didn't lay it out again. So I'm just going to take a step back, and I'm going to just do the unfold. Oh, let's turn this off because it slows me down. Unfold again. And then now let's check color feedback. Okay, pretty good, except for the face needs to be scaled way up, so let's grab that. Something like that. And then turn that off. And then lay it out. And then see, nothing's overlapping now. So I think the only thing, I think you just missed that last step, or after you scale up the face, you need to lay it out again. I think that's the only issue. Just double check the color feedback. A little concerned about, is this the ear? That's the ear. Okay, that's why it's so small. Yeah, fine. Good. Yeah, besides that, that's fine. Let's just take a quick look at this with the checker, see if everything looks pretty good. Yeah, looks fine. Okay. That was just that one thing, the laying it out after you scalp the face. All right, good work.